in football. No? It is good for the team. We share the huge amount of money now. We can go to this division one side, go to this lower division side and get players to come because Sani Mohammed and Hussein Mohammed was justifying inclusion in the Mobile House of Folk team. So maybe a Kunyo movie, we can still go back there and get more players. There are more players there. We can get. I've seen this maybe any goal star striker. He's a very good player. I've seen that yesterday. People were raising brows saying they should go for him. So the management. Akambi and the reason to do it should make good use of the money that they've sold Sani Mohammed.
Okay, so I think you actually just mentioned the issue that we wanted to talk about with Seto Say. He actually apologized to Kumasi Asante Kotoko and then their management because he said he was supposed to have gone there, but then he chose Europe instead. So that's aside. For a club like Accra Hearts of Oak that you mentioned, now we are looking at Accra Hearts of Oak. You are mentioning that they are going to go back to the lower leagues to look for players to actually replace the ones that they've sold, and it looks like they're surest bets because according to assertions or according to what we are hearing in media, it looks as though they don't have the financial muscle to fight with the best.
No, they have. The issue is what is one side that I really like about Kumasi Asante Kotoko is they don't found player now. Look at Kwame Poku. People were complaining when Kwame Poku was coming back. Oh. Wago banana. We could all see what the guy is doing. Kuntun Hanya, the Chianeko. He went, it wasn't good. He came back. Look at what he's doing. 4 goals in 4 matches. One league, you know, who's the top scorer? How many goals now? So Nana, for we saying it's a house of folk, we have the funds. And Nana, branded. A typical example. If Kumasi Asante Kotoko has to come to say a top player be now, the player has no option to say yes to the team because these are our 2 big giants in the team. Europa.
Good. That perception.
Good. So what is the problem when he goes to Europa? When a guy is going up, I want to play for Real Madrid. I want to play for Barcelona. No matter what, normal that, but in our country it doesn't work anymore, as my brother said. So what is the problem? Because there's funds, has the money.
So clearly there's a problem.
There's a problem.
We all thought it was financial. That's why Hearts of Oak at the beginning of the season they actually let go of as many as 16 players. And when you look in the league, it was quite working well for them considering the number of goals that they were conceding. They were one of the teams with the most clean sheets in the league. Yeah. But then they ended up not scoring a lot of goals. And Coach Ouattara had to rethink and make some solutions to his squad. But now it looks as though it's back to square one because you are selling you are not scoring goals and you are selling your playmaker, you are selling your attacker who are like most seen to be delivering the goods for you. Now that they're finding their feet, it looks as though they're going. Sani Mohammed is gone.
Okay. In fact, with the issue of finance concerning Hearts of Oak, I can say this on authority. Highness Togo is tired. That's the truth. And you can go through their wage and salary bills and see what happened for that max exodus during the last transfer window.
Yeah.
The major thing that informed Sani's move from Hearts of Oak, it was purely financial. They needed that money as soon as possible because they had already contacted Setosei agency. They were rest assured he was coming. And practically, if you've lost Sani and had Setosei, it's an upgrade. Let me give you 2 reasons.
You have to.
Yes.
You have to.
First, the skill set, the role and talent Sani had, which was very impactful for the team. Setosei brings ×2 that thing to this current Hearts of Oak team. We're talking about experience. Setosei played in the Ghana Premier League for about 3 seasons before Ash Gold Interallies that thing happened.
Yeah.
He left off the shores of this country. 1 or 2 things he couldn't fare very well at those places. So he has rich experience than Sani. Sani came from Division 1. Did his very best. In fact, because of his talent and his skill set, we can't dispute that fact. But for me, if Sani isn't around and you have Setosei, it's an upgrade.
Well, that's very agreeable.
Nana, I side with him, but
it's an upgrade.
I mean, a lot of how to vote.
So let's look at this point.
I would actually like to.
In 5 years to come, compare Sani age to said age, a very different story altogether. Sani is young. Seth is going. He has no doubts. Yesterday, I was able to watch his videos on YouTube. The guy is very good. But 4 years to come, now we'll compare Sani and Seth said now age difference will count in.
I understand your point perfectly. You are talking from the business aspect.
Sure.
But how's the team now host is here, They need just come hit the ground running. It is not for a future project or something. Yeah. No. Obi oba na oba be the positive impact my team. And that is exactly what Seto say is bringing on board. I've known this player from Ashanti Wood. I know him personally, and the only thing I can just advise as a folk and coach Watara about him, one, he should know how to treat him from the disciplinary aspect. Seto say I know he has that issue.
Talking about disciplinary aspects,
yes.
Before we round up on this particular conversation, there's sort of an issue concerning Ghanaian players, and Seto say is one of them, who would travel out of the country to seek, should I say, greener pastures,
exactly.
better conditions when they are playing football. And now when you compare these players and then their output when they are playing in the Ghana Premier League, you could see someone even in Bella and Etuga and all those people who were foreign nationals and came to play in Ghana. Now you compare their output in foreign countries that they actually earn transfers to. We talked about he didn't even go far, but then just after 6 months his contract was terminated, and now he had to come back to Ghana. Is the disciplinary aspect an issue for Ghanaian players when they travel abroad, or the Ghanaian league is very easy so they sort of just kill it over here, and then when they travel out they face issues?
That aspect is part, that is the disciplinary aspect. It's one of them, but the truth of the matter is our league, the standard of the league has fallen. Maybe we've forgotten. Kwame Poku had not played in about 1 season due to injury. He signed for Oko, trained with them in about 2 or 3 weeks. Now he has 4 goals in 4 games. It tells us have you heard of Fabio Gam ever since he left Ghana?
No.
But he was our superstar. He was a sought-after player in the Ghana Premier League within that period. It tells us one thing: the standards of our league has fallen. As we can over the period of time, and it is the truth. The standard has fallen, and so these players would be held in the Ghana Premier League. But Omoko baby omontimi mo. August Inokra obeba no oko. Ontimi nkobo no aba beje go king. You see our point?
Yes.
And it tells us something. Maybe the managers of our league, they are blind from that aspect. And it's not helping the league.
Okay. Now, let me just take your thoughts on that particular.
And I want to say what my brother said, but maybe finding a different angle. Nana, if you are playing football in abroad, even the way you will eat, the way you will drive your car, maybe I'll be corner. The team has to know if I'm wrong. But in Ghana, you remember boy Sunday. If I say the person stays in Accra, don't know. Discipline matters a lot. Look at the way they behave. Look at the transfer issues and stuff like that. You could see, say like the guy is not well disciplined. On your discipline, because on your discipline. So I think we need to get a counselor who will be talking to these players, because when they go outside ask me the reason why they can't play. One, because you're sure also. You're sure also the rules and regulation outside and Ghana different thing altogether. Okay. So we need to get a counselor at the GF to make my counsel on that issue, because it's a very key thing. A home. Thank you.
Those are interesting submissions here by Isaac Opoku, aka the landlord of Ghana football and champion of champions, the champion Benito. So we're going for a short commercial break. Don't go anywhere. We still have more for you. We have European football. We have the Ghana Premier League league table, and then the fixtures also for you. So don't go anywhere. This is CLOG Sports.
CLOG TV, Beyond the Policy. CLOG TV, Beyond the Policy.
And we are back. My name is Nana Yaw Asare. I'm still on Clock Sports, your ultimate and #1 sports show in the nation. I was having a very good conversation with Isaac Opoku, aka the landlord of football and champion of champions, aka Champion Benito. They were talking about the Ghana Premier League, the transfers, and then some of the issues that the players have when they travel abroad. And now we'll be delving into straight into the Ghana Premier League, where we had a series of fixtures. We saw Kotoko play Vision FC in a quiet and thrilling encounter. We saw other teams also take on. So we have the results live for you. They should be on your screens by now. Benito, so let me ask you guys, which fixture in this particular weekend was, looking at the results on the table, what's there? Which fixture was quite surprising for you?
It was Legon City's winning 3-0 over Dreams FC.
That's
yes.
surprising.
Similarly, such thing happened August 2016. It was the same scoreline. Yeah. Legon City's won 3-0 over Dreams FC, and so it was more or less like a repetition. And then I'm sure Legon City's gradually they are finding good rhythm how they would escape relegation. I've had opportunity to speak with majority of their players, and it was purely inexperience also affected them in the first round. But then with their current orientation within the second half of or the second round of the league season, I'm sure things would turn around. So it was Legon City 3-0 over Dreams FC. Dreams, they've had inconsistency. They win, they lose. Should I say they can just flatter to deceive? But then it was an important win for Legon Cities.
All right, so let me run through the results for you in case you're watching. Legon Cities 3, Dreams FC 0. Accra Lions were at home and then they were lost to BBN Gold Stars, the league leaders, by 3-0. Brekum Chelsea also had a narrow victory against Mediama SC by 2-1. Kumasi Asante Kotoko, Ukuma Pema Pembeba stayed at home, and then they Vision FC. They showed them who the real league champions are, and they beat them by 4-1. Young Apostles held Bechem United to a goalless draw. Basake Holy Stars also, the new boys from relegation, were able to hold the Doma Warriors That's the Diana Stars. They held them to a 1-1 draw. Heart of Lions stayed at home and lost to Nations FC. Nations FC are actually doing very, very well. The Bankesi home-based team. Hearts of Oak and then Summertex, they went all the way to Summer Boy and they played a goalless draw. Hearts of Oak are known for their clean sheets. So if they score, you know that there's trouble. And in Swatreman played versus Karela FC. In Swatreman having a narrow victory over in Karela FC, that is by a 1-goal advantage margin. So these are the results. So now let's talk about some of the ones that have caught my eye. Let me say Kumasi Asante Kotoko back to form. 4 goals.
It was a total showdown against Vision FC. In fact, I had opportunity to witness that game and it was an exciting game. How Coach Prosperity Ogum paraded his boys, and the idea, I should say, the Kotoko won that game by way of psychological means, because with how they approached the game and how they tried to go into the game, having Joseph Ablo and Sambo O'Neill being the two central defenders, with Lord Amo and Patrick Esiedu, it was an important one. And so I should commend Coach Prosper Nate Ogum for that massive win. For a team like Kotoko to win 4, this is how we an emphatic win. And so we can't take any shine away from the fabulous side. It was an important win. I was very happy for Saka Dauda. For Bafo Akwatano, he had a slow start, I should say it that way, ever since he joined Kumasi Asante Kotoko. But
quite impressive.
Yes.
Although the numbers weren't coming up, but he was ever present every time.
That is the fact. That is the fact. And, you know, it shows how well arranged the team was, and that up and downs, those gestures and everything worked to perfection for Asante Kotoko. And so anyway, it was an important win for Kumasi Asante Kotoko, because it's in their last 8 games they've gone unbeaten. That is Kotoko. Conceded about 3 goals, scored around 13 goals. It shows how impressive Prosper Nate Ogum and the side is. But I predicted Kotoko winning the Ghana Premier League.
Yes, you did.
Nothing is changing.
Especially because they have players coming back from injury.
Yes.
And then they have wonderful players like Eduku. Whenever I hear of Eduku, I look at that goal that he scored when he was playing against Heart of.
Yes, you are right.
That beautiful goal that he scored.
Brutal.
So that one is what catches my eye whenever you're talking about Eduku. And now we have the results over the weekend. We'll go through them once again before we look at the league table. We have Legon Cities beating Dreams FC. That's the most surprising scoreline of the week. 3-0. Accra Lions staying at home. Accra Lions are not being impressive at the moment, considering the fact that they were league runners-up last season, and they sat at home. And then the current league leaders, the BNI Gold Stars, beats them by 3-0. And then we have Brekum Chelsea. Also had a narrow victory against Mediama Sporting Club by 2-1. Kumasi Asante Kotoko, Ukuma Pema Pemba, they beat Vision Football Club, Vision FC, by 4-1. That's the most number of goals scored in that this particular league fixture. We have Young Apostles and Bichem United struggling, but no one able to take the advantage. Basake Holy Stars and Adriana Stars played in a 1-1 draw. Heart of Lions start at home and then were defeated by who are currently sitting second in the league, and Summertex and Heart of Oak. Landlord says it's a good scoreline for them.
Very, very good one.
They travelled. When you are going to Summertex, you have to travel quite a distance.
Yes, it's about 10 hours.
About
journey.
10 hours journey.
Yes,
and
by
when you go there too, quite an impressive one for them in a goalless draw. And in Swatreman FC beating Karela FC by a lone goal to 0. So we'll be showing you how the league table looks like. This is match week 17, and these are the results. So we'll be showing you how the league table looks like. But before we go on there, let me ask you: there's this story, or there's this one where we talk about the standings. There's this story that is making rounds, talking about forwards and goal scoring prowess in the Ghana Premier League. Let's look at Kumasi Asante Kotoko. They've had 3 strikers in the past, and we are going to compare them. We have Etuga and
yes.
then we have
Etuga Mbella, yes.
and then we have yes, and then we have Albert Amwa,
exactly,
and we have Kwame Poku, and then we have this one who just left, Stephen Mukwala. So we are sort of comparing them. Who are you picking if you are supposed to sell one, bench one, and then so let me just take Albert Amo out of the equation because he's just coming up. So let me say Stephen Mukwala, and then we have Etuga Mbella, and then we have Kwame Poku. These three, who are you picking? Who are you dropping? So you have to sell one. You have to start one, bench one.
In fact,
sell
this is very tough. But
so quickly,
yes,
fire. Start one, bench one, sell one.
I will start Etuga Mbella, sell Kwame Poku, and bench Mukwala.
Come again.
I will start Mbella.
Yes.
Bench Mukwala and sell Kwame Poku.
Before we come to your reasons, landlord.
I'll also start Etuga, sell Mukwala, then I'll bench Kwame Poku.
Why? It looks like you have this similar response.
It's as if we are starting the same player. That is Mbella.
Yes. You are benching the same player, Kwame Poku.
No, me, I was selling.
You saw Kwame Poku.
Yes, and bench Mukwala.
Quite interesting.
One. Mbella is much younger than Kwame Poku. Why I will sell Kwame Poku?
Yeah.
Secondly, why I'm benching Mukwala? It's very simple. He has a talent. He has everything. But on any day, the skill set Mbella brings on board is like ×2 than how Mukwala also would offer. And so this thing is very simple. I'll let go Kwame Poku, at Mbella, and then bench Mukwala.
Okay, so you are benching Kwame Poku, and you are starting Mbella. So what are your reasons? And why are you selling Mukwala?
Okay, so now starting Mbella.
Yes,
he's a very good player. Anytime I see Mbella, I remember this Kumasa Santi Kotoko player, Ivy Kozni, Ahmed Simba Toure. Mbella is very good. And the reason why I'm benching Kwame Poku is, Nana, Kwame Poku is a player who is a good midfielder. When you give him the ball, he will deliver like always as Samoja dance for us. But I'm also benching him because he's a Ghanaian. So I'll just bench him. Then I'll just sell Mukwala.
Okay,
because I need Ghana.
So you are being patriotic over there.
God bless you, my brother.
All right. So now, with your criticism, let's look at what's making rounds in the Ghana Premier League. Now, the league standings that we have BBN Gold Stars after 17 games have a goal difference of +10, and then they have 33 points, leading Nations FC by a single point, I should say, 32. And then Kumasi Asante Kotoko coming in third on 31 points, and then we have Heart of Lions also in fourth on 30 points. Became United. I mean, it's very, very close.
Very close
from the top four. I mean, you can be first today and you be fourth tomorrow. And then Became United. So this is how the middle of the league table looks like. Heart of, surprisingly, after a very good start. So maybe some mixed start, I should say, on 29 points. But now let's put things in the relegation zone. We have Karela United, we have Karela FC, I should say, and then we have Legon Cities and Accra Lions. These teams are also, well, not really far away from making it back up, because when you look at the number of points that they have to make or to match up, we have one in Dreams FC on 16 points. If they should lose, and then should Karela FC also win, then Karela is out of relegation. So it doesn't look like the league has taken shape just yet. Maybe we need to wait till some 3-4 weeks now so that we separate the men from the boys. I don't know what your thoughts are on this particular
Yes,
one.
you are right. Personally, I don't think the table is in a good shape. But then when we go through the archives, in the last 4 seasons, any club that takes the first position in January wins the league. In the last 4 seasons, any club that takes the first position in January wins the league. But I'm very optimistic BBN can follow suit, because their performance has been inconsistent. Even though it will be memorable and remarkable for them to win the Ghana Premier League, because right after their emergence in the league, they've made the dance park a fortress, irrespective of the side, most especially in their first 2 seasons. And at this point in time, they are the only side with the lesser defeat in the league. They've lost just 2 after match day 17. So it tells us how equipped they are, probably in winning the league. But then, only if they want to win it.
Because Kotoko have actually boosted their firepower.
Yes, I think
and then landlord, let me just hear your thoughts on this.
But I'm very happy seeing the Ghana Premier League table like this. It's been a long time we saw our table like this, and as my brother said, and I still stand. Hasselhoff will win this league, but the winner of the El Clasico in Accra here will determine the person who will win the league.
Well, Hartlepool, although they are just 4 points away from the top, so it's your assertion could be right. And then, so let me just hold you right there. We'll go for a short commercial break. When we come back, we have more for you. This is CLOG Sports, your ultimate and number 1 sports show in the nation. So don't go anywhere. Sit back.
Old Trafford, right.
Doing some tidbits and business with Isaac Opoku, aka the landlord of Ghana football, and then champion of champions, champion Benito. Guys, so we're just talking about the Ghana Premier League, and then you were mentioning that Accra Hartlepool are going to actually win the league. It's quite an assertion.
And the reason why I said that is we all sat here, we said the way Hartlepool started the season was very, very bad. Banana. I personally was calling the sack of Coach Ouattara Banana. In a twinkle of an eye, everything changed. You could see very well, maybe most of the times, as folk find it difficult winning matches, they went there to win. One Takwa and the weekend, going to Summer Boy. Initially, I couldn't even watch them because I know, Samates will score us. But I learned Benjamin Asare did a fantastic job yesterday. He clean sheet 8, so it shows you clearly that the guy is good. So Nana, as I said earlier on, Kumasi Asante Kotoko and Hartlepool at Legon. That is the day it will be a decider. Say these two teams back over the league.
All right, so let me just go to social media and look at what people are saying concerning today's edition of Clock Sports. And this one is coming from Kobe, watching you live from Soto. Keep up the good work, CLOG TV. I see you all. Happy birthday to my OG Kelly Abdome. So some of the messages are making rounds on social media. We have this one too coming from Clara Asare. She says, I'm watching you. We have Yaw Sabe Amakoma Himfe. She's watching live from Gospel Ogbaba Shop. And inside Amakum Kumase, congratulations to Asante Kotoko for victory over Vision FC. And that's what he's saying yesterday. And No Talks K Ata, he says, keep it up, bro. And Joyce Ajay, she says that our sports program is finally back. We've been starved for too long. Yes, we are here to serve you all the hot sauce when it comes to the world of sports. And then we have Nana BGH, journalist, she also says that watching live inside Kwabenya, greetings to Benito. Benito, coming to you. And we have James Bernard. He says that the best evening sports show is back on our screens with the best from the world of sports. This one says that congratulations, Clock Sports. The studio looks amazing. Oh, yes. And we have Andy Dusty who is also saying up and grateful. We miss you guys. Yes, we are up and we are always grateful. HM Joe is also watching us live. These are quite a lot of messages. I can't take them all, but these are quite a few ones. I mean, we missed them. Like,
they miss us.
Oh yes. In fact, it's good to be back. So, as you really said, we are back with Kasehit, you know. Kasehit, yes.
All right. So now let's turn our attentions to what's in Europe over over the weekend. I mean, we'll be talking about the highlights are going on. And Manchester United, we are going to start with this particular one. Their defeat was sweet for some of us who are anti-Manchester United fans. And Brighton and Hove Albion, you could imagine the pain that Sir Alex Ferguson was in when he was Manchester were the better team. But they lost. We saw Kamaldeen Sulemana and what is Yankuba Mensah returning the favor of an assist to Kairu Mitoma for second goal, the goal that puts them ahead. Now, I want you to talk about this particular howler by Andre Onana for the goal.
I've been thinking about Andre Onana and why he made that decision. I'm yet to find answers to it. Because as a goalkeeper of his caliber, no, you do not
remember from coming into this game. This match was a cracker, and then we saw what happened. Koba, like you could see, when Obie Krabona, the possession, the shot on target, the everything, the tension in the game was very, very nice. Banana, I was super fantastic surprised about Bournemouth winning this game. So that's why now Bournemouth winning, but I watched this game from the start.
We saw Antoine Semenyo's side also. Another team that has come to the fore
is coming from their head coach in Nuno Espirito Santo.
I mean, he has to receive some praise for it because he's had. So let me hear your thoughts on this particular experience.